pioneer. I'm an explorer. I'm a human, and I'm coming. I'm animated. My heart's big. I like to eat. I like to fight. I like to I like to have children. I got a life force. It's got hot cum going through it fast. I like to eat children. I'm a throwback. I'm setting fires everywhere. I'm a human, and I'm coming.
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What is up, Bombad fam? How are you doing tonight? Here we are at 2 years of podcasting YouTube. We're YouTubers now, essentially. It is what it is. But guys, here we are, 2 years of doing this. We've gone from this channel to our lovely friends at Beyond the Blast Doors, still friends. We just decide, sometimes the birds have to fly on their own. Sometimes you have to leave the nest, and it happens. It's fine. But guys, 2 years and also 100th episode tonight. This is the 100th episode. Welcome. I'm doing this on my own. I'm not going to bring Scotty in. He's waiting in the wings. I see he is angry. He's hopping mad. No, you know what? I'm going to bring him in because I can't do this to my boo on our 100th episode and on our second anniversary. So here we go. I love you, boo.
Hey, boo.
What's up?
2 years together. And dude, we've got 2 new shows on top of it. 2 years,
and it
2 new
feels
shows.
so good.
Dude, Hyperfocus launched this week. How did that go? Tell everyone about that. Well,
we hyper-focused on a few things. No, if you haven't checked it out, it's very minimalist right now. That's what I'm saying because, a lot of it is because I haven't had the time nor the energy to get anything else done for it. But
sure.
Also, minimalism is I'm just going to go with it's minimalist. It's minimalist right now.
It's an art
form. An art form. It is.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had the lovely Nick Milkey.
Oh,
our good friend.
what a good
came
person.
On. We talked about the MCU. We talked about fatherhood.
I brought that up because
we got you thoroughly terrified. We got you thoroughly terrified for all the time you're not gonna have. So get ready for that.
I'm not ready for that.
Just get those tubes tied. Just get those tubes tied. You'll be good.
Man,
you'll be good.
Jerry, did you see last night? I started a show last night.
Yes.
Too. What did you think of that?
It was fantastic. My mother and father, I think, are watching right now. My dad might actually be asleep because they are leaving. My folks are in. They're leaving out for Arkansas in the morning. Cool. And I tell you, me and my 60-year-old father.
Yeah.
He really enjoyed watching you.
That game
race
was so
and crash and yell. It's just fun watching. It's fun watching you react to the game. Like that's the whole point of the streaming. You stream. You want to watch people play games, but people come here, Scotty. They come to the Bombadcast for me and you. They come to here for our reactions. And I think you had that was a crown jewel in our Bombad crown. Is Bombad Gaming. So
2 years old, Jerry. I'll never forget the first conversation. By the way, I'm going to be honest with you. Jerry and I have little to no notes. I just got back from a dinner. My 26th
We literally haven't
birthday,
spoken this week, hardly. Yes.
My 26th birthday is tomorrow. So should we get Paul to sing a song?
Let's let Paul sing. Yeah, y'all
let's let Paul.
Scotty, happy birthday in the chat.
Yes, I'm 26 tomorrow. Golden birthday happened. Oh, thanks Pete. But we're gonna let Paul take us away with a song, maybe. And maybe, you know what? Mr. T's gonna go first. Mr. T, what should I do for my 26th birthday?
Mother, there is no other like mother. So treat her right. Mother. mother. So treat her right, treat her right.
So I should treat my mother right.
I can't.
Okay.
I was expecting
That's
more of the
interesting.
song just because again, if we don't hand out mixtapes at Celebration next year, people I think are going to be so pissed at us.
We'll hand them
Is that
CDs,
something-
thumb drives.
Not much,
mixtapes.
Nick.
Not
Not much. I
Nick.
was giving
You
you
know
a
we are.
compliment, but you know how it goes.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. And we should just do a classic. And this stemmed from, I don't even know where this came from, to be honest with you, but Paul sent me this for my birthday, but he's been sending it to me every day. He wakes up, says happy birthday, and he sends me this video, and I don't really know why. I can't figure this one out.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Vulture stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is vultures in your cup.
This is all the show is anymore. This is all the show is anymore.
I'm just thankful that Willie made the sign for us. It's been a great birthday week.
It's impressive. I think my parents are probably thoroughly impressed in there right now. Honestly, in the next room. Hi guys. Yes.
And I will say too, this
has
is the best birthday week. It has been a great birthday week. We got this on Monday. We got this on Wednesday. We've got this today. I'm just thankful for the fact that people want to come and hang out with us. I'm just so lucky. And Jerry, 2 years of doing this is insane. 2 years. And I never forget, our first recorded episode was with the one and only Bill Sheehy. And we talked about Star Wars creators. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Real quick before we do any more reminiscing, I just want to shout out Black Squadron Podcast is here.
Wow. Hey.
Welcome. I don't know if it's Todd or BP or one of the other crew, but welcome. I don't know if you guys have showed up for the show ever before, but welcome. And welcome home. Welcome to the Bombad fam, guys. It's amazing. Welcome home.
I will say too, I don't want anyone to forget, these came in. I'm sending all your cards out.
Boy.
Sending in all your cards out this next
that.
week coming up when I've got nothing to do. And I'm going to be reaching out to several of you in the chat for your addresses, if that's okay. So I can make sure I get these up for people.
You know why my lighting looks weird?
Why?
Alexa, turn off master bedroom light.
Whoa, looks sick.
If that was not a cool, I didn't do that for the reveal, but that was kind of neat. I just now realized, that was nice. I left my lights on.
And you know what? I want to say one too. It's BP. Thank you so much for being here.
BP. Really thank you so much, BP. Thank you.
What? Look at Jackson.
Jackson,
you boys look 10 years younger. What's your secret?
Jackson,
mainline midichlorians.
It is mainlining midichlorians. Yes. They take the foreskins of Jedi Padawans and they turn it into a serum and we inject it into our skin.
Is that what Space Alex Jones taught you?
Yeah. What they do is they take the fluoride in the water and they turn the frogs gay. And then they have those frogs. Then they take those frogs and they rub them all over your face. It's insane.
Oh, it's incredible.
Sorry,
look, you're right. Troy's right. Jedi Jerry in the house. Oh, look at this.
Jedi Jerry.
My dude. Yeah, baby.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, real quick, Jerry, today's episode comes down to a couple of things, and anyone in the chat can participate in this as well. Oh, look, shout out to
oops. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Boss Nass, baby.
And to answer your question, BP, yes, he does. And don't feel bad. That was kind of for the joke. Love you, Mom and Dad. It's fine. It'll be okay.
Oh, that's great.
They're leaving tomorrow.
Get this.
Yeah.
We're talking about 100 things we love about Star Wars. I'll pull it up so y'all can see that. And the chat can participate.
Reagan's here.
Oh, Reagan's always here. So the chat can also participate in this. I'll show y'all the thumb one more time. Anniversary episode, 100 things we love about Star Wars. And we each chose 50. And we can just kind of start going off on them. We don't have to really explain them. Some of them are going to be kind of jokes. Some of them are kind of serious. But What?
I don't know
No,
how
what
many
you said.
jokes I actually have. I don't think I
Really?
know how many jokes I actually have.
I've got a couple.
I will say though, I literally made my list the hour before this show.
Yeah.
Because I've been going.
Oh, I
I don't
know.
know I don't know if you've been working on yours or what.
Around lunchtime, and then I went back and edited a good bit. So
That's good. So you got a rough draft.
I got something. But
this is pure unadulterated ADHD thought process.
what we'll do, Jerry?
So
yeah. Oh yeah. What we'll do is I'll say one, Jerry will say one. Actually, I'll say one. We'll talk about it. Jerry says we'll talk about it. We're gonna try to keep each conversation about 2 minutes. And if there's something to really talk about, then we won't talk. May
the odds be ever in your favor. Yes,
but it's things we love about Star Wars. Now, this could literally be anything. If you want to throw in some of yours in the chat, if you want to throw in some comments about ours, by all means,
absolutely. We want to hear yours. You guys are the reason we're here. Throw them in. Throw them in,
please. And one thing too. Do us a favor tonight. I'm not joking when I say this. I think it's the right thing to do. After this, if you have any sort of cable television, once Bombad ends, I'm pretty sure Conan's last episode will be airing maybe within the hour on TV. He has going to have his HBO Max show.
Okay. Well, what streaming service is it on where you can watch it? Because I honestly forgot that this was happening. I was going to talk to you about this because I love Conan too.
Oh no, it's so crazy. And let's just for a second talk about Conan. I would not be doing this, and I'm not kidding when I say this, if it was not for Conan. I'm not joking at all. The idea of broadcasting, the idea of being just funny on camera, completely came from him when I was watching him whenever I was 14 years old in high school. And I can honestly say he changed my life. But the good thing about Conan is he's not leaving. He's just reinventing himself again, which he does best, y'all. He's the best at that. And
it's the second time, correct?
Yes.
He went from NBC, CBS. Which one was he on?
He was originally on his own show, the Letterman. She was on the Letterman show, the Late Show, and then he got the Tonight Show, and then he got axed only after 8 months of hosting it because Jay Leno wanted the job back. Then he went to TBS, and then he reformatted his show again.
Don't argue with Jay Leno.
2 years ago. Yeah. He formatted his show 2 years ago to do much more intimate interviews, and then now he's going to be moving on to doing his own stuff. And let's be honest here, Conan's best stuff is his remotes. Dude, his remotes are incredible.
Oh, well, dude, I mean,
what were you gonna say?
Just his whole. Go ahead. Talk about his remotes. The man is a comedic genius, and he can work a crowd.
He's the best.
Conan and Stephen Colbert are I love the way they work a crowd. I love their crowd work. But go on. Go off.
What I'm gonna say is the fact that Conan, was around in the early 90s. I wrote this on a post too. You may have seen it. And Troy's right. That honestly, Clueless Gamer and Troy Jaro are the two inspirations for Bombad streaming. They just are. Because Clueless Gamer is so much fun because Conan doesn't play video games, right? And when he did that little bit on his show, it would just be him figuring out a game while playing it. And he has a great guest to do that with. So he's a pioneer in a lot of different ways. And I feel lucky to have had, for example, my dad grew up with Carson and Letterman. But now I have my own guy and he's leaving too. And there's something to say about that, right? I mean, he's
generations.
And he's very much in our sense of humor, Jerry. He would probably watch this or he would definitely get it. It would make sense to someone like him.
What we're saying is, Conan, we're available, man. If you want us to work on your show, we're pretty funny.
We'll do a podcast.
Hold on. We're getting a weird message from Jay Leno. I don't know what that was. I think he heard us talking about how he wanted to come back to you can't argue with Jay Leno.
Damn it. He's coming in again.
I don't know why he keeps doing that. It's unfortunate.
So weird. But Conan also wrote for The Simpsons too, and we love The Simpsons here. We got some fans too as well. So I
have to say, just Team Coco in general, and they have you watched? Best. So I don't think you've watched yet.
No, not yet. You told me to watch it though.
There is the latest show I get. I don't know if they've got another show, and I think this got saved. This got saved. It is a big cliffhanger ending of the second season. No spoilers, but People of Earth.
Okay.
It is by Team Coco. It is that signature brand of humor. It's
Mhm.
brilliant. It is basically high concept in that it's a group of people who are UFO abductees.
Oh, okay.
But you also follow both. You follow the aliens up in their spaceship.
Okay.
And it's almost like The Office. It's like Office
Yeah.
Space up there. And like they're so mundane and everything, but they're also like, well, we're here to take over the earth and stuff. But it's very much like an office
Brilliant.
structure. And the
Sure,
people
sure.
down are like trying to, like, one of them is trying to prove that that he wasn't abducted, that they're just and they're like ends up finding out, oh no, we were all it's just it's a bunch of, it's really fun. It's actually very heartwarming in places. Check out People of Earth and call for, if it, I think
Heck
it
yeah.
got saved for a third season, but just tweet about how much you love it, because it got so
Okay.
it went so under the radar. It's so good, but it's by Team
Yeah.
Coco. It's Conan and his team. I don't know how much he had to do with it, but check
brilliant.
that out. But he has his fingers in all these different honeypots.
He does, and he's going to stay that way, which is good because, you know, if you think about it, the old late show kind of tradition would be, once you signed off from TV, like Carson only did 2 guest appearances after he signed off in 1991. Only two.
Right.
He did Letterman's show, and I think that was it. I think he did it twice, and that was it. He died in 2005. Letterman had his show on Netflix for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Conan, thankfully, is going to just reinvent himself. So HBO Max, here he comes. So I'm not worried about missing him. It's just weird to think that one chunk of my life now, and I guess we're at the age, Jerry, is kind of gone. Like that's the cable late night show with Conan O'Brien's gone. It's weird.
It's weird. Well, real quick, people are like, we got Alex here bringing
what
up
a great bit.
Alex and Nick have brought up 2 of my favorite bits.
Yes.
Matt, every time Paul Rudd goes on Conan's show, he shows that scene from Mac and Me. By the way, Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Netflix, the new one.
You told me
riffed on Mac and Me. Hysterical. It's the best one ever. Go watch it right now.
That's awesome.
But just every time he goes on there and he says, I'm gonna show a clip of my new movie, and it's always that scene from Mac and Me,
of
the wheelchair
Ant-Man.
kid.
It was like, I'm gonna show a clip from Ant-Man.
And this is the I didn't know anyone else remembered this. The Chuck Norris lever.
Yes.
My dad used to, when he was a younger man, people used to say, you look like Chuck Norris. And he always, back when in the era, when I was in high school or right out of high school, the Chuck Norris joke was peak.
Sure.
My father's a big Chuck Norris guy. Okay.
Yeah.
The Chuck Norris lever, where he just, it was like behind him and he would pull it and it would show a random scene from Walker, Texas Ranger of him roundhouse kicking a random person. I believe there was one time where he would roundhouse kicked like an old woman, and like out of context, it makes no sense.
It's ridiculous.
Literally no sense. But I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, dude.
There was also one. Do you remember he did we're changing the terrorism. We're changing the terrorism color coding of terror alert to which Nicolas Cage movie is the worst. And they said the worst one was Wicker Man, and they would show a scene. It's like, so when you see this scene, you know it's really bad. And it's when they're putting the wicker basket on his head with the bees. He's like, not the bees. No! You go just imagine Nicolas Cage, the cheesiest Nick Cage.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Conan's always had the best bits.
Right here.
Yes.
Triumph the Insult Comment Dog. I mean, literally.
Still going hard.
They went to the Attack of the Clones premiere. Maybe we'll watch at the end of this show. I don't know, because that was an incredible segment.
The comic who does Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, I believe he has a new show on Fox. He has a new show on Fox, right?
He's a writer. He wrote for Conan.
Right. It's puppets and stuff. Like I watched it. Interesting. They had a lot of Mandalorian sketches in the first episode. Go watch it. It's interesting. Go watch it. Because they had I think instead of a baby Yoda, they had a baby Fauci. And that was go check it out. Wild. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's weird and bizarre and off the wall. And if you watch this show, you'll love it. So
look,
we can go on and on about Conan. We should probably
could. So tonight, maybe watch it, maybe DVR it, maybe find it on YouTube after. So just respect the man that kind of put us in our our comedic places. Honestly, he kind of shaped who we are in a weird way.
All of these people have an effect on the way you do the way you want to make people laugh and stuff.
Yeah.
And what you see when you're younger, and so
I completely agree.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Anyway, Jerry, let's get to the conversation. Anyone that wants to throw in theirs, let's talk about it. Do you want me to go first? So we're gonna go
by all means.
We're gonna do
birthday boy first.
Yeah. So birthday boy. So I'll do one. Jerry does one, and we'll talk about pretty much each one of them. So mine, the first one. This is in no particular order. No. Yes. No. I don't. Boop. I don't know if you saw, but I dressed up as Conan for a high school dance party once. Like I'm a big Conan guy.
Honestly, you were the spitting image. Frankly, I didn't realize until you did that. You had the swoop and everything.
I didn't. No, it's great. So go look at that tweet or it's on Instagram. But number one for me, this is in no particular order. This is literally just stream of consciousness. My first one I wrote down that came to mind was Doug Chain's designs. Something about those designs, something I love about Star Wars. He shaped, to me, everything we're seeing now, prequel trilogy and The Mandalorian, that's all his hands. And, Ralph is great too. Ralph kind of shaped the OT and the sequel trilogy, really. Right. But I'm telling you, Doug Chang, I know Eric, John, and Wes, they met him. He said he was a great guy, and maybe one day Jerry will meet him too. But Doug Chang's designs, man, that's my number one, baby. What about you, Jerry?
My number one is just because, honestly, I made my list right after I was listening to the Twitter space with Pete that Pete and Tatooine Sons put on. I don't know if you don't check that out. The Bad Batch pregame. If you haven't checked that out, We've been on it.
It's fun.
Yes. Oh, it's fun. I was actually on it today just for a split second. But
nice.
Western vibes.
Western vibe.
The Western vibes of Star Wars.
That's kind of gone now,
They were talking about that today, how that last episode of Bad Batch, it was a full-on down to the music and everything. Jackson, I think, in that space brought up the music. And I mean, yes, it is like it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, it's great.
And I mean, it was almost like it almost took me out because it was so spaghetti Western, but
sure.
I love that, like that whole Western vibe. We've had that ever since A New Hope, when they go into the rough bar to meet Han Solo and he blows a guy away in the bar,
It's sick. We don't see that anymore too in pop culture. And like, I think it's important to address that here. Pop culture shapes and changes. For some reason, the past 10 years, it was like zombies and it's just, I don't know, but like,
Quentin Tarantino has a love for the Western. Obviously.
Definitely,
I mean, like
definitely.
he's put a lot of love into the Western genre in the last several years. But, I don't know. You don't really. Well, there is a new Western actually coming out on Netflix this year.
Mm-hmm.
They just dropped a trailer for it today. I forget the name of it. I think it's called The Harder They Fall or something.
Okay.
Looks great. It looks a little Django Unchained. Honestly,
sick.
It looks a little Django Unchained.
We'll check it out. My number two, Jerry. My number two is interesting. It's two people that I'm very thankful for that kind of helped me love Star Wars in a new era of Star Wars. That is Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams. I love them. The fact that they single-handedly made not single-handedly, it's a horrible phrase. The fact that they had the creative
they guided a large
vision.
team.
Yes. The fact that they guided a huge vision and kind of catered everything up in the sequel trilogy, just them two, and kind of JJ coming in to save the day, no less. Like, let's be real. I don't care how you feel about the movie. That dude had to do a very difficult task. Start and end something. That's not easy for anyone. George didn't even do it, except for the prequels. But I mean, that's about it. And those movies have interesting starts and interesting ends too. But they were already pretty determined.
We saw last week with him, like that Revenge of the Sith era. George and them, how tired they were from the complaints and everything. That was the baby. That was like the birth of the internet right there too.
Yeah.
So they were getting it full force.
Heck yeah.
For the first time. But you just see they weren't able to because I don't know. I don't know. Go on with your point. No.
I was just going to say, I'm very thankful for the fact that we got a sequel trilogy and that it was done well. And that maybe some of y'all don't agree with how it was done, just the fact that they could do it, and you kind of have to do it. And I'm thankful that Rian Johnson and JJ were the ones that did it.
What Star Wars movie is perfect?
Yes, exactly.
I will put that
exactly.
I won't tell you that any of them are. In fact, I would almost say that the sequel trilogy isn't perfect, but that that makes it uniquely Star Wars. Frankly,
I agree.
And I'll get into some things other down my list.
Sure.
So,
thank you for being here, Connor, as always. And of course, Rez and Josh, Mr. Berkeley. He taught me in middle school. Great guy. He was in the chat last night for Bombad Gaming. So, Jerry, what's your number two?
My number two, So you can see I started out very like superficial. We'll get deeper as we go. But my number 2 is Boba Fett rearmored.
Oh, dude, I didn't even put that. That's genius. God, that was a moment, man. That was a moment.
Specifically, Boba Fett repainted armor. Specifically that. I mean, specifically Tim back in the suit. Tim as Boba, but so just having him just come back. Like the moment he steps off that ramp, and I rewatched him recently, right before our Tim episode, actually last week, Bombad.
Yeah.
Tim. I watched those episodes of The Mandalorian again to get like kind of pumped up for that kind of stuff for Temuera Morrison. When he steps off of that ramp, he looks so good. He looks so good. I want that. I want that rearmored as a Black Series. I want that Black Series yesterday. I want that, but I'm still waiting for Crate Luke.
Look at this one.
So
Boba's new theme.
Well, just the
that too.
Both parts of the whole thing is just
it's sick.
And honestly, I still contend that it plays on that little bit of what we get in Boba's theme in the Clone Wars. It has. I don't know if but it has that feel. It's the same kind of instrumentation. I feel where it's like that like very Western things like that.
Brilliant, Jay. That's a good one. My next one is the B1 battle droid, and I just love the way they design. If I could have anything, dude, if I could have anything 3D printed, like a full standing, it would be a B1 battle droid. Their design is just so next level.
Take the dangle weed off and try to
and put the dangle weed back on. Yes, I need to put the dangle weed on. Roger. I mean, like, there's something to that droid design that as a kid, I was like, I gravitated towards it. I love the way it looked. And I love the part where when they're running in the hallway and they explode and they like fly forward like that. I used to reenact that, like running into my couch as a kid. It's just something, I just like brilliant. Awesome. I'd be like, and like sling myself into the couch like the B1 battle droid.
That surprised Eric. That surprised the heck out of Eric right there.
That was good, Jerry. Jerry, what's your other one? What's your third one, bud?
My number 3, and again, I know, we're supposed to stay at 2 minutes, so here we go.
No, we're keeping it going.
Well, you'll see. I had a theme for a little while here. Seismic charge.
Oh, okay. Well,
all we can say about this is that one of yours?
No. Do the noise.
Well, first it's. And I don't understand the people who said, well, why didn't it destroy the planet in The Mandalorian?
Oh, come on.
Those were asteroids.
Yeah.
You dummies. Those were asteroids.
That's amazing.
Shut your asteroids.
And I imagine energy travels farther because there's the vacuum of space and it just keeps going.
You watched it on a movie screen, guys. This was probably on your television or on your phone. It's fine. It's okay. It looked cool. He used it again. The fact that he used it again.
Badass.
Oh, that's good. Are you kidding me?
Good. That was
Never thought we would get that. We got that and rearmored Boba. Same episode.
That's true. Damn,
like
Jerry.
This
is good.
I really like. I'm on some Boba tonight.
I get it. Yeah, Bubenheim says yes. Trust me, pal. You're not that guy. Oh, it's
not that guy.
Oh, thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you can be here to hang out with us.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Jerry.
By the way, guys, real quick.
Yeah.
Go more of you go like the video, please, and share. Please get more people in here. Let's get this conversation. Let's share this conversation. We love all of you. We love all of you. But go on, birthday boy.
This next one's actually kind of a heavy hitter. We could talk about this for a second. Emperor's throne room scene and Return of the Jedi. Why is that one so? That one still speaks to me. Maybe it's the father-son thing, but like that's the one moment in that movie that I think is what makes it my favorite original trilogy movie. That's something A New Hope and Empire kind of lack. And I'm being serious. You know what I mean?
It's the most emotional duel, honestly.
It's brutal. It's amazing.
It's the most emotional. I would argue more emotional than Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith even.
I would say so.
That's the one that feels the most like it's the battle for the soul of the galaxy.
Yes, and then Duel of the Fates was the battle of Anakin. This is the battle for Anakin again. I mean, it's just a repeating. Right. It's the reflection of it. I mean, Dave has a great like moment talking about that on the gallery. Remember, he talks about everything in Star Wars can be traced back to the Duel of the Fates. So I completely agree. And that's
on lease. It's on lease.
Oh, it's brilliant. But that moment is amazing. The music's amazing. The operatic score of that moment, the full choir singing. It sounds like a 40s movie.
Well,
it's incredible.
I love the moment where Luke's hiding and Vader's looking for him, and he feels and he goes, sister. So you have it. That moment where Luke loses it.
It's great.
Oh, that moment still brings tears to my eyes.
Oh yeah,
it still does.
It's great.
Anyway,
Jerry, what's your number 4, bud?
My number 4 is. So there are a few funny Star Wars inside baseball jokes. So the very inside baseball jokes. This is I mean, it goes all over the place from here.
Sure, mine does.
Because I was like, I gotta fill 50. Star Wars inside baseball jokes. So the jokes that my parents right now won't get. But all of us would think are hysterical. The dangleweed joke, for corn's sakes.
Yeah. What about
Stevens? We're making fun of Steven Spielberg and the awkwardness of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, how old man they are in that moment where they're looking at the battle droid.
The best line, I almost can quote it. I hope Eric's listening. So this is the new Star Wars replaced by the old Star Wars being the new Stormtrooper. When he walks up to the battle droid.
The new Stormtrooper. Hold on.
Hi, Ben. Hi, George. How's it going? It's going all right.
That is what we're talking about.
It's just next level.
We're talking about.
You gotta get it. Like, I was talking to Brandon Nerdy about this when he came on the podcast. I said, when you're that level of nerd, you have your own secret language with other people. Like, I could walk up to Brandon and look at him and go, oh, there's a Rickmeister. And no one else would get, that around me. God, it's so good.
Or this one.
Locked out. Even I can't get past the security.
That is the man who created this thing that people almost worship. And he's like, even I can't get past the security. That's a joke from him, but it's just
it's unreal.
That man's personality.
I didn't think he could
something
joke
about it.
Like this one too. Absolutely fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Natalie is fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's going to be
absolutely fantastic, and it's awesome.
I'm enjoying
absolutely awesome.
I'm so happy. George is so happy. It's just fantastic.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh,
awesome! It's awesome.
This is the new one. This is the one that's going to be added to our Star Wars secret language. Can I play this one real quick?
I was going to say, yeah. I don't know if I have it on here. Go for it.
Okay. I've been away for 7 months. Not out filming the Book of Boba. Fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are no words.
Can I say I love that he just ends it on there are no words.
Dude.
You think he could go somewhere? What's up? Not much.
Words.
Just Jango Fett in a Polynesian spa. Can you all of us at that day that exploded on the internet? All of us were like, I want to be in a spa with Jango Fett. That sounds incredible.
It's that secret language, man.
Oh man, it's the best. I love it. Not just, I mean, in little parts of the movies, but especially this stuff. The people surrounding it and the personalities that are like in this are incredible. Oh
there
man,
are no words.
There are no words. That man. Whew, all right. Well, anyway.
God, it's brilliant. That was a good. That Jerry, that was one of the best ones. And Jerry, can I give you my next one?
Yes, please.
Someone I'm super thankful for. So reason why I love Star Wars is this man right here. Ahmed Best.
All right, man. Stay bombad. Peace.
Oh, dude, what?
What a sweetheart.
Stay bombad. What a G.
And that man, so again, for the uninitiated, like my family, the man who played Jar Jar Binks, way too much hate.
Way too much hate.
Such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. Just that he went through so much is a crime. It's a crime that he got put up with so much, that he is so, and that he is still so positive to this day.
Heck yeah.
I mean, respect him. I mean, you got to respect that.
Completely agree. Completely agree. Jay, what's your number 5, bud?
My number 5 is quotes.
Oh, okay.
And that from the movies or anything. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. To even I'm Omega. You know, I mean, like just like anything. You can quote, which that was just. I mean, that one was lame. That one was lame. But you know, you can pick up any part of the Star Wars galaxy. If you are a fan of it and someone says a line, I mean, you are immediately like right there. And we love to use the really obscure ones in normal life.
Yep.
And stuff. And I'll always remember my friend Michael Chafin and his quote that he always quotes, "I see them. Wait, Leia." He just likes the whininess of Luke right there. And for some reason that's stuck in his head. Like all of us have such a random quote.
We do. Katie's is the Master Cipher Diaz. She'll quote that one all the time. It always makes me laugh. And the one I quote to her is, "My lord, is that legal?" She'll be like, I have to do that. I have to make this turn here. I'm like, "My lord, is that legal?" Always makes me laugh. Oh, that's a good one. I care.
She's got to answer. She's got to answer. Yeah. I care. She's got to answer. "I will make it legal or something, right? Legal. I will make it legal."
That's brilliant. Oh man, if you want to share your quotes, throw them in there. Whatever you use on the daily.
Throw them in, guys. Throw them in.
Jerry, my number 6. Number 6.
Thanks, Rick.
What's
your number 6, man?
Ludwig's final score for The Mandalorian season 2, the finale. Whenever Luke's in the elevator, I cry literally every time when it's the dun 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 dun. It's like he does the Mando theme. Dun 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 dun. Zoom, closes the door. I just literally we watched that night. We were crying. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
We were both crying. I was like, damn it.
I know. Guys, I know, like Scotty's the one who's cried more on camera, but I am very I mean, I watched Endgame with my parents earlier today this morning, and I mean, me and my mother were on the couch. The entire last hour of that movie is happy cry, sad cry, happy cry, sad cry, happy cry, sad. The whole darn time. I mean, come on.
Telling you, that finale though of Mando season 2 it might be the most next level, and I'm not kidding. Like
you're not kidding. It literally is.
Oh my God, Troy's is great. Una ad olo. Do you know that's from?
That's una ota solo. That's Greedo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Otherwise, it's the uba.
Oh, look at
Sita Oedo.
What I really need is a droid that understands the binary language of moisture evaporators. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no,
it really is, and it will come back up. I'm just gonna go ahead and give spoilers. It will come back up.
Nice. So, Jay, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Sabak.
Oh, what?
Just in general.
That. Why?
Just in general. Well, I just got so my family went to Disney World a couple weeks ago. Have my Ben Solo hero saber right next to me.
Oh, is that going to show up later?
It can. It's in the case right now, and the blade is over there. But it's
forgot about that.
It's good, but also I got a Sabak deck, and everything, the legit Sabak deck, and realized that if I want to do an Idiot's Array, I have to have the Corellian Spike version, which is not the Galaxy's Edge version, but it's neither here nor there. But just the fact that game exists.
Oh yeah,
and that more people know about it now. You can play it Solo is just like, you know, it wasn't something that was in my periphery when I was a younger kid. Star Wars. But when you get older, you read the books. And it comes in more and more, and especially in the new canon. Just the fact that it exists and that it exists in the real world, and you can play it. And we'll get into that stuff existing in the real world later on.
That was good, though.
Just that.
Kind of like Star Wars poker. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
I can't show you the deck. It's in the other room on the kitchen table.
Dang it.
So
we'll be playing that Celebration. Maybe we'll learn to play it, and you and I will.
Alden Diaz, I don't know if you saw the other day. Alden Diaz of Octu Radio said we need to get a high stakes game going at Celebration for like collectibles and pins and stuff.
That's pretty badass. We could try it.
I'm like, I would be. It's someone's hotel room. We're just like, and we've got like Tori, mandatory for the mandatory, like probably, you know, if she brings plenty of calamari flan, we can just use that as chips and stuff, you know.
Oh, that's great. There's some other good lines in here that I see right now. Eyes Up, all of them. That's a good one from Solo.
I mean, all that on Solo is just fantastic.
Han, it's Han. It's Han. Show us the deck. Oh yeah, you can't do that yet. I don't know. Fly casual. That's a great line. Oh, I love that. God, it's brilliant.
Had a lot of good stuff in the chat, guys.
Oh, see, look, we gotta try it, Michael. You and I will play it. It's gonna be badass. But so Jerry, that was your number what? That was your number 6. I want to play
Corellian Spike. I want to say I happen to have an idiot's array. Anyway, number 6. What's your number 7, Scotty?
You're gonna love this. Literally, I wrote this because there's something to it. But Rick McCallum's presence, it's just like I don't know if it's because I see myself in him, but I'm like automatically gravitated towards Rik McCallum. Like something about him. And like literally I have that, let me get it full screen. I have that rare print, that like only print I've ever seen of Rik McCallum and George holding a lightsaber.
Oh, I love that like it's like very Drew Struzan.
Yes, it's
like
so
a
weird.
Struzan poster.
It's by Matt Bush, and he's like an artist, but like I've seen it digitally before at a low quality, but that print right there, there's something to that. And like, I don't know, Rick is just an incredible guy. Like, and you know what? Let me get a little clip pulled up just for a second.
He may have changed that idea. I don't know. Could see Alden not liking that, but oh well.
Let's see.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
See, even Rick thinks it's fantastic. Sorry, Jerry.
No. That is because that was what we were talking about. Is Rick's energy. The way the man drinks out of the coffee cup while not holding the handle in the beginning, like. Is just the way the intensity is like
he's great. He's like so opposite of George. And you know, I don't know if you know, I was listening. Dude, literally, I was listening to George's audiobook. I was listening to the Brian J. Jones autobiography, and Gary Kurtz apparently and George were very much the same. They're both kind of timid, both very calm. But like if you look at George and Rick's, you know, I guess energy, George is very much the calm one. Rick's like, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to go do it. Very old Hollywood. You don't see that anymore, man. You just don't see that. Oh, Rick Meister.
There's the Rick Meister.
Hey, there's the Rick Meister.
Oh, man. I love Rick. Jerry, big Rick energy. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, big Rick energy for sure, man.
Episode 1 documentary is one of my, it is. It really is. The beginning, brilliant. Seriously brilliant. Oh, I call him Georgie.
It's classic.
It is. So, Jerry, your number 7.
My number 7 is Canon Connections.
Oh, I think I have that on mine. I'm pretty sure.
Throughout, and I mean, I've again, some of these things may double up but just especially in what we've been getting with the Bad Batch, it's felt like the most connected to everything.
Oh, it's brilliant. Some people can write it off.
I just love that.
Yeah. Well, people write it off as like, it's such a small galaxy, which I understand the argument, but at the same exact time, if you have characters, feel real. Yeah, if you have characters that fit the story, then put them in there. I'm
not even talking about characters. I'm just talking about like types of aliens, types of vehicles, types of droids, types of just different things that have been like background things that have been in other films and media coming up in different films and media. to me makes it feel real. It makes it feel like a real place I can go and visit.
I agree.
Beautiful. It's the reused feel that people loved about the original Star Wars that they were like, oh, the prequels don't have it.
Yeah.
That's part of it. That's what I'm talking about. Not necessarily canon connections there, but just canon and like the random background stuff. That's the stuff.
You know what else? My brain went to this too. You got to think about it. It makes everything you do in this fandom worth it. If you watch a certain show, then you read a book, you get a visual dictionary. Hell, you can even color a map. I don't care what you do, but it feels like your contributing is more worth it. When there's a connection there, it feels really special. And in particular, like when a book references a video game, or when a video game references something as crazy as, a young adult story, or when all of a sudden a High Republic thing is in a Snoke comic. It's like, it's brilliant. I love that. I love that. And I agree with that. I love it too. I really do. But everyone, thank you for that. That's a really good one, Jerry. That's a really good one. That was a really good one.
What's your number 8, buddy? We're gonna. I know we got to kind of power through, but
no, it's okay. My number. See, I have some silly ones in here. Mine is the way George says "well." He always goes, "Well."
If I told you lately that I love you,
literally, dude, it's such an aesthetic, and I've got Eric. He goes, "Well." It's always like he doesn't want to say yes. There's the one interview he does with Master P, and he literally Master P asked him. He goes, "So tell me, George, is Yoda high all the time?" And literally George responds, goes, "Well,
only 50."
And he literally goes, "Well," and I'm like, it's just He's not. He's just like, how do I approach this? Like, what's a filler word that helps me think? And which, as a podcaster and as someone that does this, you know how it is. You got to have a word that like helps you develop the next step.
Right.
You don't know where to go with that. You're like,
it's the Michael Scott formula of sometimes I don't know where I'm going when I start off. I just hope I find it by the end. It literally happens to more of us than we would like to admit. All you podcasters, YouTubers, admit it. Admit it.
It's so good. But no, Pete, to answer your question, it's 50. I do 50, Jerry
50
does 50.
each.
So we're almost
still long.
14. 14. So Jerry, you're 8.
Buckle in, kids.
You're 8.
Number 8, Found Family.
Oh, that's good.
And we get that. We get the concept. We can move on, honestly. I mentioned it a little later in more of a real world kind of way, I guess, just not to get too much into it. But right now I'm just talking about the found family aesthetic in Star Wars.
Sure.
About these characters who aren't related by blood, but end up becoming closer.
Let's talk about it. I want to talk about this just for a second.
Okay.
When we all were going through the COVID-19 pandemic last year, at its highest peak, essentially, we started the Beyond the Blast Doors network with everyone involved, and that was for about a year. Our found family, and we still had people that hang out and join us. I mean, Hala Chronicles was a part of it. Pete himself was a part of it. I know we've got everyone else that watches and hang out the show. I mean, people, you got to realize that is found family in real life. It's manifesting Star Wars in real life. It's beautiful. It really is. That's a good one, Jerry. I love it, man. My number 9. It's a blanket statement. It's just completely straightforward. It's Thrawn. I think Thrawn is going to be. I think if you were to
Daddy
look at
Thrawn,
oh
Daddy.
My God, we had
Zaddy is the word.
We had Kylo Ren for about 5 years, really, of just like great villain. But I really think Thrawn's the next like one that people will go, oh, well, and he's already been involved.
But he's gonna. People don't pay attention until it's in the live action.
Exactly,
and
he's coming. He's showing up.
We know it's a pretty safe bet.
You don't drop a name like that.
You don't drop Grand Admiral Thrawn in The Mandalorian, the most watched show on television.
I agree. You just don't.
Yeah. They did that. They dropped such a deep cut.
I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, I'm a huge Thrawn fan. For anyone that doesn't know, that was on the level of Luke reveal for me. Like that really was. Like I have a Thrawn doll right here, like the little wooden doll from Disney.
Oh, that's adorable. I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, look at this, dude. This.
Boys, you gonna do that one?
Yeah, boys, that has to be a shirt. Like y'all have to make that a shirt.
Maul is checkers, Thrawn is
chest. Wow.
If you don't want it, let us know.
Yeah,
but
we'll take it.
That's a shirt. That's a shirt right there.
badass. That's a really good analysis too. Damn, Maul is 40.
Whoa! Maul is 40. Maul is like playing Mousetrap, checkers, Monopoly, all of those. He's not playing 40. He's playing 5 board games at once. That is what Maul is doing.
And Thrawn is just really Thrawn's into the artsy chessboard.
Yes, he is. Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Oh, a Cadme returned. Speaking of,
you really starting to chiss me off.
All right, Jerry, you're number 9. Number 9.
My number 9. My phone keeps down. I need to keep it up here. My number 9 is music.
Oh,
and we can go
a blanket statement. That's pretty good.
It's blanket because not just John. Honestly, we've had more than John for
John Powell
several years now. Well, more than John Williams. We've had John Powell. John Williams,
Kevin
of course,
Kiner.
will always be the maestro. But Kevin Kiner. I mean, they were going off about him today on the Bad Batch pregame. I mean, are you kidding me?
Amazing.
They seriously, like, I want them to score one of the movies. I want I want the Kiner brothers. I want them to score one of the films.
They deserve it.
Yeah. They are, to me, the closest. I don't mean to be like all broy about, like, oh, bro, they're the closest ones to John. Give Filoni and them the keys, blah. You know, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I would love. I feel like they are the closest to how John Williams does it, where he'll put the familiar notes, but he's like, he wants to do something new. He wants to create something different. So I love that about the kind of
pretty damn good, Jerry.
All of it.
That's pretty good. My
what's your number 10?
Yeah, mine's number 10. Mine's consistency across all animated and live action stories. We already talked about that.
Well,
I love the consistency.
Kind of, but I mean, it's the same. It's the same idea from a different angle, and I like. That's what I like. I don't want any of the media to pretend the other things don't exist.
Exactly, and they don't. And I'm thankful
it happened, whether you like the prequels or the sequels or not. It all happened.
Yep.
Make it's all part of the story.
I'm fine with it.
I don't like all the parts of real history.
Yeah.
But it happened.
It has to happen.
That's probably a bad example, but
I see what you're saying.
Anyway.
So you're number 10, Jerry.
My number 10 is I was trying to find a way stories that make you feel something. Stories that I like the way that Star Wars makes me feel emotional in a good way. I think it's a lot of us, you know, and I'm not going to go too off about it, but just, I mean, especially after having a child, you do become more sensitive to those stories. I was always kind of a sensitive guy, honestly.
Sure, of course.
Beneath this calm, sexy exterior beats the heart of a true, you know,
what a babe
of a true, empathetic human being. But anyway, no, just that there's hardly a Star Wars story that doesn't make me feel anything.
That's true.
Even the one that is, I think, the least loved, Resistance.
Yep, Resistance.
I still feel something. I still feel something for Kaz when he watches Hosni and Prime get blown to smithereens.
Exactly, I agree.
When his friend joins the First Order, I feel those things. Still,
there's something there. I agree, dude. 100%.
It's in the DNA. It has to be for it to be Star Wars.
Of course. Another thing I love about Star Wars, Jerry, my number 11 is the fact that it introduced me to a new community in my life, and everyone here in this chat is that community. I mean, when we started 2 years ago, we came up with an idea that we wanted to create a community where people would be creative and have fun and be weird with us. And Jerry, here we are today, and it's been 2 years, and we've got a thriving empire. But in all seriousness, if it was not for this medium, and if it was not for you, and if it was not for Celebration as well, we wouldn't have a community. And I'm thankful that I can literally, everyone in the chat has maybe at some point talked to me in private. And that's, I almost said a curse word. That is freaking amazing. That's love. Okay,
Mom and Dad, earmuffs. Sorry, I'm joking.
It's love, though. It's something. It's connection.
That's number 38. My list isn't. My list isn't. You know, it's not in order of importance. It is just. But towards the end, I put a few more real things, and the fan community, just especially like our online throughout the last year, truly has. And I've been very open about my mental health over the last year, going through. You know, all of us have been through. I always say, and I am gonna use a word right here. You know what I always say. we're all. It doesn't matter what shit you're dealing with; it's still shit.
Yes. Yes.
So it doesn't matter who
small.
has more. No one
Yes.
wants it on them. No one wants it on them.
No.
And we've all been through it, and each and everyone here in the chat, people on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. The community has gained a new meaning for me.
Sure.
And I think a lot of us. So
yeah.
There
It is,
you go.
It is beautiful. It is.
So now I don't have to give my 38.
Nope. You're good. So the next one, number 12.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Like I said, I don't care if you didn't like it. I don't care if you have some strong opinions on why you don't like it and why I'm wrong. But it's important to address that the sequel trilogy brought back Star Wars and made it relevant again. It did. The Force Awakens, and Eric Kottemann and I talk about it constantly. Yeah. The hype before the Force Awakens was so freaking amazing. It was like electric. I just never forget. God, it was good.
I would say the Phantom Menace hype felt, just because I was a little older at the time.
Sure.
But I mean, it was fever pitch, like
I'm
right there
you.
with it.
I remember going to Target and they had the red,
everywhere.
The red circles outside of Target were BB-8s for like a month, and I'm like, that's so cool. We don't get that anymore.
The world, yeah. Only at Phantom Menace, it's like at the beginning of a trilogy, the world's like, oh, it's back.
Yes.
And then the normies, as I haven't used normies in a while, they kind of fizzle out, and the rest of us are like, have you guys seen BB-8's new circle pattern? I don't even think that's a real thing. I think I just made that up.
No. It's not wrong, but something else to be said as well is this right here. The night after, the week after it came out, that was the biggest thing in the known universe. Oh my god, that is that same hype. I'm talking about that. That is such a good energy. But Jerry, what's your number? What's your number?
I think I'm on 11.
You're on 11, maybe?
Did I miss one?
I just did. I'm on 12. You need to do 12.
I'll do 11 and 12.
Okay.
Because I missed my 11. I think I gave my 38.
Yes.
Parental feelings.
Okay.
Which kind of goes with the stories that make you feel something. Especially with Bad Batch, I get a lot of parental feelings from Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And I tell you, whenever somebody said aim for the kid last week,
I know.
I was ready to stick someone's head straight up their butt. I was gonna reach through the TV and strangle a cartoon character. That's how mad I was.
God, so awesome.
But number 12, the High Republic.
Oh, you've liked your
general.
So see, it's not there for me
I'm
yet.
not full on. I'm not caught up, but I'm loving what they're doing with it.
Yes.
So we'll leave it at that because I know you're not super caught up, buddy.
No. I can say this much. I enjoyed the one book I read so far. Looking forward to watching other people's reviews and understanding of it better than
apparently we've got a lot of good stuff coming, but I mean, it also is what my good friend, I have a bumper sticker on my car. I can remember who made it. I will shout them out, but shout them out in the chat if you remember. But I have a Geode as my co-pilot. My dad goes,
"No way,
who's Geode or something?" And I'm like, "It's Geode," and he is my friend. He is my friend. He's a sentient rock.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's awesome. Can I show you my number 13?
Go for it. Let's show. Well, it's not going to involve. I was going to say as long as the clothes stay on. As long as you know what? As long as it's tasteful nudity, I think we'll be fine.
Obi-Wan's Phantom Menace lightsaber. There is something to this design that is just so incredible. Like I don't know what it is, but like
I remember that was the design to have back in the day. That's the one that I wanted whenever Phantom Menace came out. Qui-Gon's was cool.
Yes, but
Obi-Wan's was another story.
Look at that. It's got like a little jewel in it and everything. Hold on. It's just dope. So that's my number. What was that? That was my number 13, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
13. What's your number 13, G?
Lucky number 13 for me is the individuality of the clones.
Oh, that's on mine too. That's a great thing.
Okay,
man.
so there we go. Another 2 birds, 1 stone, guys. I'm glad 14 of you guys are at least sticking with 13 now. Lucky 13 on 13. We're sticking. Stick with us because we're gonna have some overlap. But
no, of course.
The fact, and I love that Bad Batch really kind of is a sharp contrast.
Oh, I agree.
because you have in Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith, you don't notice much. I think you notice a couple of the clones when they have their helmets off in Revenge of the Sith have different haircuts.
Yes.
But to go into Clone Wars and see that the Jedi, that I mean, even though they were going against their ideals and everything, that they still couldn't help but treat these basically second-class citizens created for bred specifically to die.
Yes.
For a government.
Yes.
That they have the compassion and decency to give them the freedom to choose who they want to be.
It's pretty sick.
That this isn't just like any other, like no other franchise does clones like this. They're usually, it's a straight copy of the person, where this is a DNA. Yes, it is a DNA copy of that person. Different personality, different soul for every single one.
Why we love Dave.
And it's, oh man, that's the magic of Star Wars too. It takes the things that science fiction does and turns it on its ear.
Sure, of course, and it makes it special.
I absolutely. What do you have to say about it? Because it's on your list too.
Well, no, the clone aspect comes down to the fact that through watching that show, when you hear Clone Wars, and that's the brilliance of Dave and mostly all of the Star Wars, anything, it's not what you think it's going to be. When you think Clone Wars, you think it's going to be nothing but wars. But this show had proven that it's not about the war. It's about the people that are in the war, the people that are forced to fight it. Like you said, they're bred to do this, and they have to have this individuality, and it's beautiful. And
right,
and Michael brings up a good point. I
was going to say that sharp contrast.
Orders. Yeah, it just
we're talking about.
You can tell now in Bad
they're
Batch,
not themselves anymore.
It's not the same,
and it's tragic.
It's amazing.
And honestly, and this is going to come back up for me, but it makes me really hate Palpatine. A lot.
Yeah.
That he did that to, those are so many innocent people, truly, that he used as just trash. That's garbage. It's just tools, that's his thing.
It's an allegory to slavery. It's just what
it is. Truly.
It's beautiful. It's very well done. My number 14. This one's a weird one. You haven't been yet. But when you go and when you experience it, Galaxy's Edge, really, for the time I was there, I went three times, maybe twice. But the way they do everything, from the characters at the park knowing their canon, like literally, I don't know. I might have told you this, Jerry, but when we went, my
family got to go before I ever got to go.
Oh,
I love them. They
so
wanted
awesome.
me to be there so bad.
Oh, I know they did. Of course. Well, literally, one of the guests, one of the employees at Disney Galaxy, they literally asked me, "So where are you traveling from?" I said, "I'm from more of a mid-rim planet," and literally their exact words goes like Chandrella or Naboo, like where I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" They knew that, and like I'm telling you this much.
Gosh, I'm gonna be
badass.
like Dwight Schrute. I'm gonna be like Dwight Schrute questioning the Benjamin Franklin.
Yes, that's dude. I'm telling you.
I invented the bifocal. Sorry.
So good, though. I'm telling you this much. Galaxy's Edge is when you can go there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold it real slow and like move it slow. Don't move. Let me get full screen. Sorry. I want to see it full screen. Let me get my mouse.
Full screen. I am going to talk about Ben in a little bit, but
what a cool design. It's so sequel
awesome.
Trilogy.
Well,
it's
and
so
I love
unique.
that he also designed it after his mother's. I told my mother that, and she loved that.
Yes.
Brilliant. Of course.
So that was my number 14. Your number 14, G.
My number 14 is Morality Tales, which kind of goes into the making you feel something. I mean, that's what these truly are. And that's all, honestly, all that needs to be said is I love that George created this as Morality Tales. They are, you are supposed to feel something. You're supposed to learn a lesson from these things.
And and
it's not just supposed to be people kicking ass and chopping off limbs. Sorry, dumb dick, Mr. Sorry, mom and dad, but that jerk.
Yes,
my gosh,
I'm telling you. Well, I'm telling you, it really is special. Okay, sorry, I blanked out for 2 seconds.
Sorry. I mean,
morality stories in terms of like, if you were to, take any franchise, usually they lose the morality story at some point in it. But this one is really stuck to it.
I get this reference. So Punch and Judy was like, that's like the puppets that punch each other and old timey stuff. But they were, it's a morality, it's a little morality tale-ish, I think, right? That's what you're trying to say, Boop. That they were to teach kids how to not be a jerk, but also to laugh at the person getting beat up. I don't even know.
Yes.
Anyway,
real quick, Josh or Andy, just text me. No joke. Okay, just let me know. Also, 15. I might go off for a second on 15. I think it's one of the best things in all this. The one thing I truly love about Star Wars is the inclusion of science, but it's not in terms of legitimate science. It's in terms of biology, and I love midichlorians. I really do. I think midichlorians might be one of the greatest things in Star Wars since the
midichlorians. I think they've had a comeback, honestly.
I'm telling you, I can talk about this forever, and I think
we should not be upset about them anymore.
But
I'm sorry, we shouldn't.
There is a true biology of belief, and if you will certain things, literally, if you convince yourself, you wake up every morning saying, I'm happy, life is good, I'm happy, even if it's not, you literally convince the cells in your body that you are happy and you are healthy. And that is truly midichlorians. They shape and they form you. Your cells you're made up of millions of organisms, tiny organisms in your body. You have no control over them. Who's in control? I mean, literally, it's George. I'm telling you,
George Lucas is in control of them.
I'm telling you, y'all.
I love you, Devin. It's okay.
Midichlorians are the best. Honestly, this is so bold of me. Midichlorians are better than the entire original trilogy. It's just midichlorians are just brilliant. They are legitimately, it's Star Wars and science at a perfect blend. But that's right. Just me. I could talk about midichlorians for literally ever. Jerry, what's your number? What's your number?
I just want to give a shout out real quick. This is my neighbor Devin. If you guys remember back
what's up, Devin?
Did like the and he's joking. It's fine, guys. I've talked to Devin it's okay. He's not going to beat anybody up. Devin's a cool guy. But if you remember when I watched The Phantom Menace early on in our YouTube channel, Devin was the one who watched with me. And so anyway, I'm glad to see you here, buddy. But my let's see, what number are we on, Scotty?
15.
15.
All
15.
Comments.
A lot of people don't like midichlorians still. This is a show, like, guys, our show's literally named after a reference to Jar Jar Binks. What did you expect? Number 15, Scotty.
Okay.
Steve Palpatine.
Steve Palpatine.
Come on, man. Steve Palpatine. Somehow Steve Palpatine returned. Number 15, and this is the only way I found to put this. No one's ever really gone.
Oh, that's
kind of the idea that, and people kind of make fun of this in Star Wars, but I kind of love it that there are, like, people are like, well, how did Darth Maul survive getting cut in half? It's his literal hatred and the dark magic of that universe. He used dark magic and his actual hate to stay alive.
It's so good.
But just the fact that no one
midichlorians too.
I mean, and they made it is something. It's a joke in some ways. They made fun of it in the Maggie the May the 4th Maggie Simpson cartoon where beloved characters never die.
Yeah.
To say, I don't think my boy Ben Solo's gone. You can hate me. Well, I don't think I don't think it cheapens anything.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it cheapens anything for him to come back. And honestly, I would find it very interesting.
Yes.
It hasn't happened yet. Also, he disappeared like he was going to be a Force ghost and he didn't show up. What the hell? Heck, sorry.
We'll see. He might have been force projecting the whole time.
Well, and I have more thoughts coming up, but I don't think that story's done.
No.
I don't think that story's done. And I don't think
like it, Jerry.
Truly, for any character, that's just something intricately involved with Star Wars. No one is truly ever gone.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. We can. What's your 16?
No, I like it. No, that was really good, Jerry. Not gonna lie. My next one, Mark Hamill's personality, and if you've been to a celebration where he's at, it's incredible. Mark Hamill is a god amongst men, and he makes you feel so comfortable. He's just a kind dude. I've met him. Like, he really is so chill. His eyes had me hypnotized. His eyes are so deep blue. They were hypnotizing me. I was like, you're beautiful. And the fact that Mark was a nerd and he got the role of Luke is just like, it's perfect. It's brilliant. But that's me. Mark Hamill's amazing. Mark Hamill is amazing. Jerry, what's your 16?
No one's ever really gone.
I say he dead.
I'm just saying. Did Palpatine coming back cheapen Darth Vader's? Let's just say. Anyway, I'm gonna piss off the chat. Number 16 for me is Mark. So yours, Mark. You talking about Mark Hamill?
No, I kind of did.
Well, I mean, everything you said is just absolutely, I mean, Mark Hamill is just, he is our king, truly.
Yes.
My 16 is what the Jedi are truly supposed to be, which is what I feel a little bit of the High Republic is, but there's a little bit of arrogance to the High Republic Jedi, but they are very like that. It's like before, I think it's before the Jedi truly got like fat and arrogant, and like before they were like basically the police of the Republic and stuff, like the police force of the Republic and a religious order. That's not a good combination.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
But what the Jedi are truly supposed to be, and what we end up getting with, I say with Luke, with Rey, and all of the. So I
agree. Liam Neeson.
Truly,
I mean, I'm sorry, Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan gets to. Well, Obi-Wan gets to it.
Yes.
He's just loyal and stuff, and I don't think he ever was like not a true Jedi, but his master Qui-Gon was 110% what we always say, the most Jedi to ever Jedi.
Yeah, you do it, baby.
Yeah, man. I think
that's a good one.
He's back to Qui-Gon. So
that's a good one. My number
17.
What was it? 17 behind the scenes documentaries. They're just the best. I could literally watch. I could watch them. I probably would watch them more than I could watch certain movies. Behind the scene documentaries are absolutely brilliant in Star Wars, and they're quintessential Star Wars. They really are. They're amazing. One of the best ones too, if you haven't watched it, is the Rise of Skywalker documentary on the Blu-ray. That one's freaking phenomenal. Oh, freaking phenomenal. But anyway, behind the scenes documentaries. Jerry, what's your 17?
Well, I actually have behind the scenes content down my list too, so we can skip that one. But Star Wars behind the scenes content is always the best.
Oh, it's so good.
That's just it. So my 17 is just the Bad Batch, and I don't know if I mean the show or the actual crew.
The crew, yeah.
Honestly, I'm loving the Bad Batch. It's okay if it's not your cup of tea. I don't understand
it because
because
animated so far.
It's kind of becoming mine just because I talk about more of these aspects later, so maybe I can just knock them out right here and then skip them to save time. But the slow burn nature of the like the Republic turned into the Empire like that, but the slow burn of here's every step along the way, like, okay, now we got the power, now we're gonna slowly change things and stuff. Just over time, so no one notices. It's that whole thing how George was trying to show in the prequels. He was trying to show, and I get into this a little later too, that fascism can rise in a democracy. Like democracy can crumble overnight. So you have to be vigilant. You have to be vigilant. That's good, one thing when people, and again, I get into it later, but people say Star Wars isn't political. George Lucas begs to differ. George Lucas begs to differ 110%. Well.
That was good, Jerry. Bad Batch has been my favorite animated series so far in terms of where it's gone and where it started.
We have some corporate training films that work to show behind the scenes stuff like thermal exhaust ports. Not our finest moment.
Steve, at it again.
Steve will never. I don't know. You have yet to disappoint, sir. So just there you go.
Look at Boob's comment. Palpatine's phone was perfect, but it was completely legal. He made it legal. Legal. Constant vigilance. So my next one is the fact that it's modern mythology now. 18 modern mythology. Star Wars has gotten to the point where it not only captured the pop culture, but it made you really think about huge storytelling tropes that have been around for thousands of years. Everything from literally like you can date everything back to like even the story of Jesus Christ. There's so many allegories now in Star Wars that makes you think thematically, makes you think on a deeper level in terms of storytelling and how do you compare it to your life, right? Mythology is that. How do you compare Star Wars to yourself and yourself in stories? It's perfect. It's empathy. That's what it is.
You could even I'll say I know you guys were giving me a hard time, Raylo blah blah blah. Yeah, yes I am. Whatever.
Yes.
But Ben Solo is a very Christ-like figure towards the giving his life for Rey and stuff. I mean,
beautiful.
Vader, was literally born of the Force, no father.
Yes. It's great.
It's all throughout.
Yes. I hate Rik. I really do. This rat bastard.
Get out of here, Rik. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here.
Rik, you make me laugh. Even though your name rhymes with a phallic part of the body.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, hey Rik, the orders are slowly going down. I don't know if we might have to. Rick's just a couple hours away in old Chicagoland.
I love that you won't hang
He's
out
in
with Rik because
Chi-town.
of COVID. I love that you're probably both vaccinated. You've both been around other people, but you're literally making up an excuse.
I don't want
to see him. It's amazing.
I don't want to catch you stupid.
Jerry,
I love you, Rik, but I don't want to catch that. I don't want to catch that. That's
I
contagious.
just love you're like I'll hang like you hang out with Justin, you hang out with other Star Wars people.
You're good, Richard. It's all good, but
Richard.
I can take it. I'm just messing. I can take it. It's all good. This is all good-natured fun. This is all good-natured fun in here.
I just love that you will not give Rik the time of day. It's the most incredible thing in the world.
What's funny is I was actually telling my parents about my rivalry with Rik today in the car when we were listening to the Bad Batch thing. I was literally telling them me and Rik have like a wrestling thing, but wrestling's real. Wrestling's real.
So amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because you're lame. So.
God.
I didn't even mean to click on that. I was trying to click off of Rick's poop. That is perfect. You ain't gonna catch COVID, but you'll catch these hands.
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
Cuffs.
My 19. Wait, what did you do your 18?
I don't no, Omega. Omega. Hi, I'm Omega.
I'm Omega.
You guys know how much I love Omega, and it's I know a lot of people. I get a little like when people like attack when they talk about not like. It's perfectly fine for you to not like a fictional character.
Sure.
The problem is in my brain. I have to say stop. You're okay because in my head, as a father, it's a little blonde girl who reminds me of my little blonde girl who is younger but still very fiery, very and. Anyway, but I've gone on and on and on about how much I love Omega and how she's the most realistic kid we've ever had. But
for y'all that don't know, Jerry also loves omega-3 vitamins, like fish oil vitamins. So that's part of it too.
I literally started taking them day one, Bad Batch. I actually down 3 bottles a week.
Good God, Alex Jones style.
I think I'm starting to grow gills. Those are fish oil, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My 19, and this is a brief one. We have episodes on this one. Star Wars Celebration. I love it. It means so much to me. What's your number 19, Jerry?
Sorry, these heartless fiends in the chat.
Why you gotta be like
Reagan,
that?
Don't make me pull out my video of Ella saying, "Yes, Reagan, don't make me do it. I'll do it.
Do it.
Not on here.
Not
on here. I'm not going to on here. I'll do it on Twitter. I don't want to.
Her.
Yeah. Anyway,
get her out of here. Just kidding, Reagan. We love you, kiddo.
You're good. You cannot like Omega. It's fine.
Oh, you had a healthy childhood, huh? That's good. All right, Jerry.
That's good
you're
for
19.
you. That's for
19.
My 19. You gotta give your 19. You know what?
Mine was Celebration. You weren't paying attention. Mine was Celebration. And we didn't talk about it.
I love Celebration.
It's great. It's great.
We didn't talk about it because I'm sorry.
It's okay. Keep going on. 19.
So my 19 is Rey.
I love Rey.
I just thought of a couple of characters again that I'm glad they exist for my kid.
Sure.
And if you want more on, honestly, if you want more on that, go and listen to or go watch the first episode of Hyperfocus with me and Nick,
Yes.
because we're both girl dads.
Yes.
And we talked about all those things that people are like, oh, that's so girl power. Oh, that's so ham-fisted. How those moments made us cry.
Yes.
My ex actually cried in the scene in game whenever all the women like came up, you know, the A-Force scene, because she had never seen that before. Just the importance that these things have for women and girls in the future that are coming up in this is just amazing.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Really
Reagan,
is.
yes.
Wonderful. I agree with Ray. Ray is one of the best characters that has come out of Star Wars in a very long time. Like she's probably better. She's on, for me personally, she's on the same level as prequel Ewan McGregor, like prequel Obi-Wan. Like Ray, they're beautiful.
Me too. I'm just kidding.
My number 20, Jerry, is Frog Lady from The Mandalorian.
How did I not think of that? I love Frog Lady.
Literally, just think about who was the voice of Frog Lady again? It was not James Arnold Taylor. It's wait, is it the guy that does Bad? Is it the guy that does Bad Batch? Is it it was D. Bradley Baker.
D. Bradley Baker.
He was Frog Lady. And like, just think about that. Just think about that.
That's literally all he's doing.
Real quick,
I mean, not to downplay D. Bradley Baker.
I want to say this. Do you remember when that episode aired and Peyton Reed was the director, Jerry? Right? And everyone's like, oh my God, the final episode is going to be terrible because the Peyton Reed did the Frog Lady episode. All of y'all are idiots. I knew that wouldn't be bad. Y'all are all absolute morons. You're the biggest idiots in Star Wars fandom. But anyway,
we love you.
No, I don't.
Hey, buy our merch.
20 for you, Jerry. What's 20 for you?
20 for me is frankly it goes right along with it. Din and Grogu.
Ah, dude, what a relationship.
I kind of had all these parental ones in a row here.
Sure.
Omega makes me feel the parental feelings. I feel parental feelings just for my daughter having a protagonist like Rey to look up to, but also Din and Grogu, just the parent-child relationship that they have in there. The reluctant parent, like there's the scene after he like talks with Ahsoka about him, finds out his name, and he has him like the proud dad moments he has when he catches the. I mean, it's
kid,
so
you did
real.
it. Oh,
it's so real.
Good.
You're Tank Ferrick, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just excited. It's just it's so adorable. I love it. I love it."
The next one for me, 21, is I love that Star Wars is set in the galaxy far, far away, yet it's kind of futuristic. We've got mechanics in it. We've got Luke with the robotic hand. I love that. That's something I really love.
Absolutely.
I think it's brilliant storytelling, obviously with the hands being cut off, but it's also just really sick. Jerry, what's your 21?
21. My 21 is just the comics.
The comics are good.
Mainly the main line and like the new Darth Vader, like the ones that take place right after Empire. Have been, and I'm not fully caught up, but I mean they've been great. Just absolutely incredible. I have cried several times during the first volume of the trade paperback. They're sick. So many incredible moments. Anyway,
they're amazing.
Check it out if you have a chance. Just go buy one of those trade paperbacks. Just buy the first one for the After Empire series. You won't regret it.
It's sick, dude.
But what's your 22, buddy?
My
or was he 21? What number are we on?
We are on 20. I'm on 22. So my 22, and Eric made a good suggestion. Maybe we can pick this back up on next Thursday, dude. We'll stop at 25, right? And then we can pick this. Are you okay with doing that?
You guys, chat? How's that sound? Well, one person just dropped out. I think listen. I think that's honestly probably a good idea because we can go on and on, so we don't rush through this.
No, because there's some things in here that I'd actually like to talk about. My 33 is one of the best things I've written, and I'll say that maybe next week.
I'm excited for you to hear that, and I'm excited to keep these a secret from each other. Honestly,
yes, I like that. It's kind of sexy. Anyway,
you're right, Connor. You were absolutely correct.
I don't think you even heard what I said, Jerry. I just don't think.
What did you say? Did you make me?
No, I said. Everyone heard it, but he didn't. That's
What'd
the
you
point
say?
of
What'd you say?
podcasting, people. Listen to your
What'd you say?
co-host. I said, it's cool that we're keeping secrets. It's actually kind of sexy. And you just kept reading comments.
Well,
Like
because that's not out of the ordinary for us. So anyway, but Rik really confused me. Or I got distracted by number 23 is Grogu force choking Kara due to protect Din.
Oh God, you
leave my dad alone.
Look, this is great. Good idea. I can't handle you guys too much longer.
I think everyone's like
25. We'll end on 25 for both of us, and we'll
Thank
pick it
you,
back
Devin.
up Thursday.
Even though you hated on Devin, even though you hated on midichlorians, we will respect your opinion.
This is a good one. Richard, he sends me this joke every now and then. I cannot explain it on air, but there is an incredible joke behind this. Luke, did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano? She was. I can't even go into it, Richard. That's amazing.
We might have to. There you go. Star Wars Inside Baseball jokes.
Let's do 20. I'm gonna do 22, and we'll end on 25 together.
Got you 22. Steve, real quick, hold on. I got some secrets for you. Only the Sith knows them. That's very sexy, Steve. That's very sexy.
No, Richard, I don't think anyone knows that one. But 22, the generational passing down of Star Wars. Passing down Star Wars literally to your kids or your parents passing it to you. I remember watching with my dad, the prequels. I love the idea of this, that Star Wars has now become a generational thing. So cool. What do you think about that, Jerry, being a dad? How do you feel about that, being a dad?
I mean, it is. And I mean, believe it or not, so my family, I don't think they quite knew I was going to go so deep into Star Wars, but they are the ones who did. Like they were the ones who were watching it around me, right? Like that's how I got it from like my cousin Joey was the one who really got me into it. But my parents were always like, my mom and dad both were like, I think I said on Hyperfocus how my parents actually took me to see Ghostbusters 2 when I was like 3. Yeah, so my parents have always been like that. They don't pay attention to ratings. Who cares? Yeah, that's the best kind of parents to have. But anyway, it truly isn't, and I'm not trying to force it. We talked about this on Hyperfocus too. We're not trying to force it on our kids, but it is something that, I mean, it is generational, and everyone can find something in it. If you are as deep into it and you do a show every Thursday like us,
sure.
Or you love the themes and you just love that it exists.
Or you love seeing it with your family. That's a big one too. It's just tradition now.
It could just be a tradition you have like on a holiday or something. Absolutely.
Or Friday mornings with Mandalorian. That's been my favorite tradition so far in the past 2 years. I've loved that tradition. But okay.
I don't know what this is.
I love this though. Joey.
Joey. I just imagine it being like that.
Jerry, you're 22.
I'm sorry, I got it real quick, Rik. Not really. I don't know. Anyway, my 22 is actually Skywalker: A Family at War by Kristen Baver. I'm not finished yet.
Wow.
I'm not finished yet. But I honestly would recommend it to everyone. Mm-hmm. Whether you are a fan of the new canon or not.
Yeah.
I'm only to the Clone Wars right now in the book. It is, I don't know if if there are any Christian folks in there. There's kind of this, someone wrote a book called The Story. And it's essentially like a summary of the Bible, but like in a very what do you call it? Like in a very cinematic or storytelling kind of way. So it feels more like a novel. It's shorter. It feels more like a novel, but it's the whole story. This is very much, and it's Star Wars written like it is like a biography of the family, but it feels like the story for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It feels like it is. And the insights, and they go into little things that happen in the Clone Wars, big moments for Anakin in the Clone Wars are in there. They get into his drama. They get into,
that's sick.
I'm excited to get through the rest, but just check if you haven't, pick that book up. You will not regret it. Seriously, it's so good.
Look at I think
the Bible 2, Jesus fights the internet.
I meant to click Eric's comment. Troy's.
Yeah. Kristen Baver hosts the Star Wars show now. This Week in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
This Week in Star Wars. Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I need to read the book. I heard it's amazing. My 23 is very simple. I'm excited to see Jerry's reaction. My 23 is Therm Scissor Punch. It's just what I wrote. I don't know why I wrote that. It's the name. It's the look. He'll say a crawfish. I don't know. It's amazing.
That is the epitome of Star Wars aliens.
Weird.
That is the epitome of weird Star Wars characters. You've got it goes right back to it goes right back to Hammerhead.
I know.
To what's it like
Yak Face,
all that kind of stuff. It's like that. It's that old style of that, but also just that they had it, and they're like, that's what he's called.
Little Batgirl, whatever they called her.
Right.
That's just so amazing. Yeah, Therm Scissor Punch. There's something to that character. Jay, what's your 23?
That was just a magic moment in Star Wars whenever we figured out that character existed.
Yes, everyone's favorite Disney.
He has literally probably a half a second of screen time. I
have that card. I have a
Therm Scissor Punch somewhere. It might have gotten lost in my move, but
it's good. Jerry, what's your 23?
My 23 is my love to hate Palpatine.
That's a good one.
I love to hate Palpatine. Listen, and Steve, no offense, man. No offense. But what I've come to is that Palpatine we've talked about how he's a great character. He's a great villain.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I don't want to say if you like hero worshiping him like a hero, I may be like, I think you might be getting the wrong thing out of it, but I don't want to yuck someone's yum. No. But at the same time, the fact, and I thought about it when I was watching. I watched the first episode of Bad Batch before I came on tonight. The fact that thinking about the individuality of the clones and everything, just like how truly narcissistic and absolutely depraved that man is.
Yes.
And everything.
No love.
Truly. And I mean, he's got funny lines, and he's got he's a cool bad guy. It's like
he's a great bad guy.
He's the greatest quotes ever. I mean, the robot chicken lines from him are hysterical.
They're amazing.
But it's like, you must smell like glittery bacon wrapped around feet or something.
Yeah.
But the actual as a villain, I mean, my love of hating him
is the best.
It is great.
He's the best villain.
It is truly I don't like you. I don't like you.
He knows how to get under your skin.
You're cool, but you're mean. I want to just, anyway.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's good. That's really good, actually. The what's the aluminum falcon? Yes,
it's an aluminum
what
falcon.
The hell's the aluminum falcon?
Yes, Devin.
Oh, it's good, and that's true, Richard. Tarkin's another one, kind of. You watch this, and you're like, there's something to that character that's very.
Oh, I was like, my parents were watching the first episode of Bad Batch with me. They're right with me, and I'm like, that's the guy from A New Hope. They're like, oh yeah, and I'm like, yeah, he's always been a jerk.
Yeah, always. Oh, it's great. So my 24. This is an interesting one. This is a really
good night, Connor. We're about to end, buddy, but we'll see you later, bud.
Different opinions of Star Wars, in particular, in Star Wars, and different opinions in the fandom. So, in particular, TLJ does that the best, where you see three sides to a story. You see Luke's original side,
Rashomon
you see
style.
Ben's side, yes, and then you see the real side of Star Wars, which is, I think, to me personally, that is probably one of my favorite things in all of Star Wars. The fact that we got to see that in TLJ. And then that's what divided the fandom, which is pretty cool too, honestly.
Well, I mean, it hurts
sure
a little,
but it hurts.
But I get what you're saying, that it actually created that feeling.
And I will say this too. Now, I hate that it made a terrible faction of the fandom that we have to deal with. They're bullshit. But the fact that it allowed people to have constructive criticism of Star Wars is great. The prequels, people just seem to get mad because it wasn't what they thought. But TLJ was a good movie that had really interesting plays with characters that we loved and grew to love. And I love the fact that literally in the movie, it's different opinions. And also in real life, it is different opinions as well. And Richard also, that's great. I love to hate TLJ. Some people enjoy not liking the movie. And that's fine.
Well, and as long as you're not going and being a jerk to other people about
exactly.
about liking it, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
vice
mine.
versa. No, well, I mean, just to say on that, like, it was literally that whole Ben's perspective, Luke's perspective, the real perspective. It was literally, it was from a certain point of view incarnate. If you don't like the movie, you have to admit that's literally what that is. That is from a certain point of view, literally played out on film.
In Star Wars. We saw it manifest. Yes. It's good. Jerry, what is your 24?
My 24, and sorry, Boop, and everyone in there, I'm going to make you feel some things. Order 66 from multiple angles. Beautiful. I kind of like that we're getting it from multiple angles.
It's like when you ask
I
someone
like
about,
seeing it.
Well, it's like when you ask someone about where were you when 9/11 happened? Like that question. There's
a million stories. There's a million stories.
Great. It's great.
Yes.
It's like I had a family member that was actually at the Trade Center that survived. Or this is like you get to see a huge event in Star Wars from so many different perspectives now. It is traumatic. It is hard to watch sometimes, but it's still important to acknowledge that it did happen in Star Wars, right?
Star Wars, any Star Wars media that doesn't make you feel anything is, I mean, it's nothing. Oh, Trey. Yeah. How's it going, buddy? Trey Mitchell. How's it going? How's it going?
So elaborate on that though, real quick before we end this, Jerry. Why is that something you love to see?
Just like you said, there's a million stories, and I like in Revenge of the Sith. It's like it happens, and you're just like, okay,
yeah.
And then it gets fleshed out in Clone Wars a little bit. You know, we see the end of it in Clone Wars. We see it in Bad Batch.
Yeah.
The more sides we see from it, it explains a little bit more of the mystery. There's not too much mystery anymore, but just to see other characters in the universe react to it,
yes,
is amazing. Thank you so much, Trey. Thank you so much.
A blank comment with money. That's so.
Thank you. Just thank you for the money. It's like that is the equivalent of us being human statues and him just tossing money in our hat. So thank you, kind sir. Scotty, did you do your 25?
I would say our 25 at the same exact time. It might be the same. Let's try it. Ready? 5, 4,
okay,
3, 2, 1. Pod racing.
Luke versus Ben on crate. The furthest.
We're so
different. Couldn't be closer. I don't know why you thought we're not a dyad. We're not a dyad in the Force.
Why was it so far apart?
It literally couldn't be close. It couldn't be farther. It couldn't be farther.
That scene you're talking about,
Rick.
oh man.
You said that. I was like, I don't know, man. Okay, here we go.
Your scene is just like, it's so different because it's so much more slow and like pod racing in 3D.
Did you see that? Did you get to go see Phantom Menace in 3D?
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. It was amazing.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Let's talk about pod racing real quick, then we'll end on you.
Thanks, Michael.
Nailed it. That scene, I've told this story before. There was a New Year's a couple years back that I got a little. I think Richard might have been there. I got a little overdone, if you guess you could say. If I was a steak,
were you tanning?
You wouldn't want to eat me. No, I was trashed. So I'm watching. I'm like, put on the Phantom Menace, and then I put on the pod race scene. I have the volume to 100, and I'm just slamming the table. This is the greatest thing Star's ever done.
This is why I love coming to your house. I want to come back and have you drunkenly demand the pod race scene. I want to have you drunkenly demand the pod race scene. Like, put it on. Like, I want to see you at like a bar.
So good.
Like, put it on. Put it on right now.
It's just so well done. There's no music, sound effects. It's just perfect. Oh,
there you go. There's the connection. It's working.
Oh, this is gonna happen Saturday.
Luke should. Oh, hey, and Luke even tried spinning. That's a good trick.
That's true.
Listen. So,
all right.
Well, wait, I'm sorry. My last one.
Go into it.
Luke versus Ben on crate. There is something about that scene that is almost like the thesis statement of Star Wars for me. Yes. I love Luke holding to his ideals, but still being a hero. He found a way to not give up his his peaceful ways that he wanted to, but he still was able to go and hold him off, distract Ben because he knew
he was Obi-Wan. He literally became Obi-Wan. He stopped. He let them escape.
But it was even more because there's that moment. It's like if Obi-Wan had a really powerful speech to tell Vader at that moment.
Yeah.
It was like if Obi-Wan gave him the "You were the chosen one" speech when he's letting them escape on the Falcon.
It was good.
You have Luke going, "I failed you. I'm sorry."
Yep. I made a mistake.
And still,
you're the product of that mistake. God,
I'm sorry. I failed you. But I'm not gonna let you. He's like, well, for one thing, it's almost like he knows his anger is what's guiding him right now, and he's like, I can't let you go in there and do this right now. I can't let you do that. And so just that, but also just the fact that he goes out there and I mean, that's still fun. I don't care if he's not there; it's still cool. God. And also, I always will end talking about this with this: give me that Luke on crate Black Series figure, because that's one of the coolest Luke looks. Say that 5 times fast. That we have not really got. Has not gotten much love,
dude. And I will say, I want to say one thing about that scene. There's very few scenes when you see a Star Wars that truly shock you. I can talk about a couple, but whenever Luke was not there, and whenever he had the lightsaber go through him and he didn't get cut in half, and Luke turns around and he's there levitating on the rock on Octo, that honestly was one of the few times in the sequel trilogy where I was just completely shocked. I was like, what? He can force project? Oh, yeah. Brilliant. And it shows that you can be more powerful. You can be more powerful. You don't have to desire power, but if you
you don't have to choose violence, and you can still make a stand.
Yes. And he literally completely defenseless. Their blades never crossed. It was just,
but that was still, perfect. I think, a better. I think that's my favorite lightsaber duel. In the sequel trilogy.
The lack of duel. Oh, it's so good.
It's very Obi-Wan and Maul in the desert in Rebels.
Yes.
It's very samurai. It's magical space samurai, and you don't have to like it, but I love it. So,
dude, and whenever he says "see you around, kid," and then he screams "No!" It's like so Anakin parallels. It's just amazing. And Rik is right.
Was everything. The whole speech though, where he's like, "The rebellion is reborn today." Was it "The war is just beginning, and I will not be the last Jedi."
And it cuts to Rey. So,
which I know is like, it's like the Leonardo DiCaprio from Hollywood.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like, there's the name of the movie. But just the way he gives that speech, like every word you just said was wrong.
Oh man. That was great. That was a great discussion. Jerry, real quick, if you can, before we end this show, what's going on? What is going on with Hyperfocus on Monday? Who we got on? What's going on?
This Monday on Hyperfocus, we have Brian from Pink Milk coming on. Actually,
cool.
And I don't know what we're talking about yet, but Brian is that's going to be a new. Yeah, there I am drinking coffee or something. There we are, looking all astute. Every Monday, Hyperfocus, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, whatever. Just find your time zone and Google it, kids.
Yep.
But I honestly, I think I'm actually going to start asking people if they have a topic they want to talk about. But I also kind of like the free formness of just let's find it as we go, as long as we have something to talk about.
Yes.
But come to see the show if you want to find out what we're going to talk about.
Hell yeah, dude. I love it. I tuned in last time. I had a blast watching your show. It was brilliant.
Fantastic.
Really
what about Bombad Gaming? What are you going to be doing in Bombad Gaming next week?
Wednesday, Bombad Gaming. I'm going to put a poll out there on all my social medias. I'm talking Instagram, Twitter, and I think Facebook might even do polls now. And it's going to have 3 options. And I think those 3 options, Jerry, because you can determine the next game I play. I think it's a fun idea of doing that for these first couple episodes. I'm thinking Mario 64, Sonic Mania, or maybe even a Star Wars game. I don't know the Star Wars game yet. But
guys, that's the magic of Bombad. It doesn't have to be Star Wars.
Doesn't have to be Star Wars. It's great. And I'm a big and also I will say it is Sonic's 30th anniversary. It's the
happy anniversary, Sonic.
It's the N64's 25th anniversary, and it's Pokemon's 25th anniversary. So Let's let the audience decide. I had a blast last Wednesday. And Jerry, how about I see you next Wednesday? How about I see you next Thursday talking about the other 25 on our list?
We can talk about the other 25 on our list. So I'm sorry you reminded me. Has anyone ever seen the Pokemon creative meetings before launch on TikTok?
No.
We might have to get those on here. If Troy hasn't seen them, they're hysterical.
Okay.
So anyway, just look those up. I forget the guy's name, but if you haven't seen Pokemon I think it's creative meetings. It's them trying to come up with 150.
Oh, that's great.
And it's the same guy playing 3 characters. It's incredible. Anyway,
hey, Jerry, we have a sponsored message from Dr. Joe. Should we show that?
Sure. Mom and Dad, this is a good time to bow out. Love you guys.
Anyways, my broskies, I got to bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
Thank you, Dr. Joe, for the kind words. Jerry, what?
This man is not a real doctor. We do not recommend you take any of his advice.
Your boys. All right.
Your boy.
Jerry, what should the people do until next Thursday or Monday or Wednesday? I don't care when you show up.
Well, whenever you join us, whatever time you find yourself in life, I don't know why I'm getting so existential. Wherever you find yourself in life, you should stay bombad.
Stay bombad. Peace.
All concerns will be treated with the utmost respect.
Not.
You shall all bombad.